me, Granddaddy Love Cars, and once again, I'm making another car review and I'm loving cars. Now today is a special day. I'm at Atlanta Fine Cars, as you can see. If you're in the Atlanta area, South Atlanta, if you're in Georgia, period, just come out to Atlanta Fine Cars. They got a lot of nice vehicles out here that you can purchase and you can put in your vehicle inventory. And you can get to the Hellcat truck yourself. Like I said, today is a special day because I made a lot of Ram videos, Ram 1500 videos. I even did a Ram Rebel video. But today different. It's not a regular Ram 1500. This right here, 6.2 supercharged Hellcat motor, 700 horsepower, Ram TRX. Now what does that say? So that means that's not just a regular old pickup truck that somebody like me, a granddaddy, gonna purchase and just ride to church and go back to the house. This is a car that's built for performance. And actually, if I must be honest, this here truck is made for off-road performance. And it's really made to compete against vehicles like a Ford Raptor and things of that nature, a Silverado, a ZR2, and Z71 Chevys and things of that nature. But without any more information, I'm going to give y'all a nice little cold start so I can hear what a supercharged 700 horsepower truck sound like. Now what you hear right there is American Pushrod V8 supercharged 700 horsepower motor right there. Now I go inside here. I just listen to it for a little bit. I just got it. You hear that? Y'all hear that? Granddaddy here and I can't hear shit. Damn. Let me give y'all a little. Jesus. They ain't make them like this back in my day. Now, just from that little engine rev, you can definitely hear the exhaust. But if you fine tune your ears just right, you also hear that supercharger whine coming from the front. Like I said, this is not a regular Ram 1500, this is a TRX. Now I'm gonna say this stands for the real extreme, cause ain't no other truck really hitting on this here like this. And as you see, giant. Look at my hand, y'all. Look. Now look. Granddaddy hands is big. Look at them, two dual exhausts coming right out the rear of it. And of course, it's still a truck. You still have a trailer hitch right in the rear. So if you want to tow your grandkids around and take them camping with you, you can go off road because you got the truck that's made for that. And you can bring all your camping gear with you. Now, I'm going to tell you about some essentials of this vehicle right here. So, like I said, this is not a normal pickup truck, and it's actually a performance truck, but not just in a sense of performance, it's in numbers of the horsepower. See, this here truck is made for off-roading. Hence these tires. Now, these aren't just regular off-roading big tires. These are extremely large. Now I'm gonna tell you, as you can see, these are 325, 65, 18 tires. And they are Goodyear, Wrangler, what's the name of these suckers here? Territory, all-terrain. They're not all the way mud tire, but they're all-terrain, which means good for street and some off-road. You can take them in the mud, you can take them on rocks, you can take it in the snow, you can take it in sand. That's what these tires built for. Now, like I said, these are 325. Now, if I want to put that in perspective for y'all, that is more larger width-wise than damn near every car that's made. An average vehicle itself has about a 215 width tire, which is in millimeters. Some vehicles, they have a nice performance or sportier car, 245. My C6 Vet came with 285 factory. It got 305 now. This has 325 tires on it, just so it can grab and hug and make contact with as much street when it's putting them 700 horses on the ground. That is almost as wide as a Corvette Z06 tire. It's crazy how wide this tire is. And I'm gonna go and say, you can easily, if you wanted to, swap these out for 35 or 37 full mud tires in, because there's so much space here, and of course it's enough power to handle all that. Another thing is, it's an 18-inch rim, like I said, and these are actual real bead locking wheels, which is for, in this application of this vehicle right here, you could air down these tires, go on rock trails, and you have a little more grip and cushion for you to go on them different terrains and mud paths and all that different stuff like that. But hypothetically speaking, since these bead locking wheels, you can take these jokers off and get some real drag radius and bead lock them, air your tires down, and you could probably run 10s and 11s on a quarter mile with this big old truck because it's that powerful. Another thing is, these are full steel brake rotors. Now you can't see the brakes too well because of the wheels. Now the brakes on this vehicle aren't extremely large. However, of course, the manufacturers produced it well enough, so when you need to stop, you're gonna stop. Like I said, it's not drilled aside, but this is a very heavy vehicle. It needs that full surface of that rotor to stop. And also, some vehicles perform, even a regular Hellcat has 20-inch wheels. This has 18. It has smaller wheels on it, so it can compensate for that larger tire that's on there. So in return, as a give-off, a trade-off, like a 2018 Dodge Demon, it has smaller brakes inside. Still capable, but it's still a great brake that can stop this vehicle when it needs to stop. Now, one bad thing I'm gonna say is, and this is my opinion, I'm old school. I like a long truck bed. I like that thing long. This right here, it's only 5.5 feet. That's shorter than me. That's about yay high, somewhere around this frame. You can put stuff back here for sure, but don't just think that if you can afford to, you're just gonna work this truck in a sense of stuff you can fit in the back, because it ain't that big of a bed. It is what it is, 5.5. That's almost as long as my walking stick. Now, same tires in the front. So in theory, you should rotate these tires. That's only if you're being good and stuff. Now, of course, the front brakes is a little bit larger than the rear, but it's still not no Brembos, not nothing huge, but it's still nice brakes to stop this vehicle. As you can see, like I said, this is a 6.2 liter supercharged motor. Now, I'm gonna tell you a little fact. Technically, you can't call this a Hellcat truck because the specific Hellcat name is custom certified, stamped and approved only for Dodge vehicles. So that's why you got a Charger Hellcat, which is a Dodge Charger, a Dodge Challenger Hellcat. Although this is literally the same motor, almost identical output numbers, you technically can't call this a Hellcat motor because this is a Ram vehicle. Like they make Jeep Trackhawks, which is the same motor, but technically you can't call that a Hellcat Jeep because it's not actual Dodge. It's the same exact motor. But I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna show y'all two things. Of course, you got the 3 lights. But look how tall this vehicle is. It's a state, national DOT law. When a vehicle over a certain height, it must have lights to be seen. So that's why I got those 3 lights here. This is a real functioning air scoop, air intake, air going in your engine, a real heat extractor, which let air breathe out your motor. Now, Of course, it's in the hood, but the air will go in your motor this way. The heat trapped in will release from right here. Now, I popped the hood on y'all. Some folks like to pop the trunk. I like to pop the hood. Now, all this stuff is just plastic engine covers. It pop the top on it. If you look right here, this is a TRX, which this car is called TRX, T-Rex, eating a Raptor. This is a Ram TRX destroying a Ford Raptor. That's what that symbolized for, saying, to hell with y'all Ford, we the king now. We dethroned y'all. Another thing you can see, like I said, you can notice it's an actual Hellcat motor. It has orange valve covers on it, just like a Hellcat, just like a Challenger, just like a Charger. It has orange Hellcat valley covers on it, so you know this is a real Hellcat motor. Also, of course, you will know this is a Hellcat motor. It has an extremely large supercharger on it. Now, that's not no aftermarket stuff. That is a factory manufactured, come with a warranty supercharger that these motors get. Now, I can't remember the size. If I'm thinking it might be a 2.3 liter supercharger, that's a whole motor on top of a motor, basically. That's why this car has 702 exact horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. So when you press the gas, you can go. I'm gonna crank this thing up, so when you listen close and fine-tune your ear, like I said, you hear that supercharger whine coming out. Granddaddy just told y'all, you can hear that large supercharger right on the top making this noise. I don't know if there's any other vehicle out that makes just a natural supercharger whine like this one. Now back in my day when your car whining and crying like that, unless you had an old school, nice old Chevy or an old Dodge, a Cuda or something, with a big blower on it, if your car was whining, your power steering is screwed up. Not on this here. When you hear it whining, that means get out the way, because the big baby right there run you over. Now one thing I would say that you can gain from this car, a cold air intake. All that's where the air go in. It's the air intake on this vehicle. Now I'm gonna say it's not restricted. I never popped the top on it and looked how it looked on the inside. However, it's very large. It's a lot of channels, direction, airflow. When you have a cold air intake that directs almost directly from your throttle body just out or directly will connect to that, the supercharger be louder. You'll probably get about 10 more, 5 to 15 more horsepower. Everything will be all good. Like I said, this is still a Ram 1500, so the inside is very nice, but it's essentially the same as any other one. Now I'm not saying that in a negative sense, I'm saying that in a good sense. This is a nice interior, red and black interior. Now technically these ain't running board, this is to protect your vehicle from rocks, but say it's still usable as running board. You can see the seats, everything nice in here, got LED lights. It's a nice car. And on top of that, if I must add, on top of that, Granddaddy, I can yank myself up in here. Put the armrest down. I can fit in here comfortably. I'm a tall man. I'm good. I'm ready for my grandkids to get their driver's license, get in that front seat. I put this thing on valet mode so they can't go fast, and they can drive me across the country all day, every day. Now, the driver's seat. You can see. Now, first thing I'm gonna point out to y'all is that this car, unlike all the other Dodge, Jeep, Ram products of that nature, it has large paddle shifter, very large. Most other Dodges, they only on the top half of the steering wheel. Unlike most cars, period. This one has a full paddle shifter that you can upshift and downshift. If you know how to use a power shifter, if you can drive a stick shift, there you go. Like I said, full size pickup truck. I'm in here. I'm comfortable. I'm ready to. I feel good. I feel good. Like I said, just like other Ram truck interiors, it has the 12-inch display. It goes split screen sometimes. It goes full screen sometimes. You got your different apps, things of that nature. Navigation. Terra Boulevard, that's where we at. South Atlanta. You got your camera on there. You got climate, radio, everything you need is right here for you. But I'm gonna show you the most important thing right here. This is how you control what mode you in. Auto, sport, tow, Baja, snow, rock, mud, custom. And all that changes all these different things. The whole driving dynamics of the vehicle is controlled with the touch of a screen. Now, this car drinks a lot of gas, so if you're concerned about your pocket, leave it in auto. Simple as that. Now, one thing about this truck, unlike other all-wheel drive trucks, this can only be an all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive auto will displace the power to each wheel as it needs to be. Four-wheel high is for hard off-roading. Four-wheel low is for low off-roading. And, of course, axle lock. But one thing special about this, it has a real handheld gear selector where you can also change what gear it's in. And also, it has launch control. So put this thing in sport mode, launch control, boom. You can launch this car like a Hellcat or any type of drag car. Like I said, you can put drag radios on this car if you wanted to. Take it to the track, run 10s and 11s for sure. And like I said, it's overall a nice truck. Now, if you got the money, just buy you a Ram TRX yourself so you can get the full experience of it. Granddaddy love y'all. Don't drink and drive. Don't forget to say your prayers. Don't phone and drive. And just be a good person of the world. Granddaddy love y'all. Thanks for watching.